Trust everyone is doing well.
Yes, please, we are fine. And yourself?
Okay, I'm also good. I'm doing well. So I think we can start. Um, let me see. 9 people, 9 less 2, that's 7. So we have less than half of the class online. Um, Coach Rep, can you please send a reminder so that in the
Yes,
next
please.
5 minutes we kickstart?
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, all right. I think we can start now. So, very good morning to everyone once again. And today we are looking at managing social media and online platforms. By the end of today's this section, we should be able to explain evolution and role of social media and online platform from Web 1.0 to the algorithmic age. That's this current dispensation that we find ourselves. And we'll try to analyze how these algorithms and datafication and monetization models influence users' behavior and digital engagement. And we'll look at developing effective social media strategies aligned with organizational goals using tools such as what personal and smart objectives, and would evaluate ethical issues related to content moderation, digital labor, and platform accountability. Okay, so we just want to have a look at online platform versus social media, trying to get the understanding of this, um, in the sense that not every online platform is meant for the social media. So when we talk of the platforms, these are the digital infrastructures that facilitates interactions across users, providers, and stakeholders. So an online platform, you might get your bank having an online platform for transaction. You might get your business or enterprise having a special platform that users can visit and try to get information from the company as to what you do or the services you provide. Or you could even have a platform that people visit and have an official engagement or interaction with your company. So these are what we call the online platforms. So basically, it is the place that tries to connect providers, that service providers and users and other stakeholders, depending on your area of operation. Then the social media, we say, is the subset focused specifically on user-generated content and social networking. So among all these platforms that we have, that of the social media becomes the platform that try to network people together, irrespective of whether it's a business or not. It's about trying to link up to a whole lot of people to the best of your capabilities. And also, it's the platform that enable you to produce or generate certain form of content depending on what you want to do. So you might have a niche of maybe producing content, or you might have a niche of trying to advise people that are venturing into SMEs. You can have a niche in construction. So it always depends on your I should say, capability or your area of interest that you think you could be valuable or you could promote knowledge or content. And that is the about the social media. So for instance, myself personally, I'm into academia, but on social media, I promote things that inspire people, things that will try to lead people to God, or things that will let people become more hopeful and have faith in God. Um, I'm not all that serious with my my page. Let me put it that way. I'm not all that serious. In the sense that if you are committed, you should be able to do daily posting, or maybe 3 times in a week. You should be providing some form of content on your page. Um, for at a point, I was very serious. At a point, I wasn't serious, and I have like close to 4,000 followers on the page. The account is free now on TikTok, so you can check it and receive daily good messages. You can check it out. So that is about social media, whereby you're able to link up to people to generate content. It can be about sports, it can be about anything. But in this class, when we are talking about social media, we want to look at the business aspects of it, because you are into marketing, and you might be the marketing manager of your company, or you might be um, at a CSR office of your company, or maybe at a business strategic unit. So when these are the areas that you find yourself, everything that you do should be linked up to the goals of the company, trying to ensure that your business remains competitive in the market space. So that's the angle or the tangent that will be going. But the all these understanding and these principles could also be transferred or translated to private social media space and its management. Okay, so Web 1.1 to Web 2.0, to the algorithmic platform. Currently, we are in the era of Web 3.0 and Web 3.5. Yes, we have Web 3.5. That is the DeFi. Web 3.0, okay, I'll come there. So Web 1.0 really is when all these internet stuff started, back in the early 90s. Back in the early 90s. I know you, personally, you can look at yourself and see maybe the first time you um you had access to an internet, or you touch a computer or something, unless you are a proper Gen Z, whereby when you were in the womb of your mommy was already using an iPad or phone. So by the time you came out, you already knew how to use a phone, because it has entered into your DNA. So in the 90s, we have the Netscape and all those platforms that came up. Netscape, if I could remember, was more about internet connectivity. And that was the era that we have the DOS. Okay, Windows was not really properly active until I think around the 95 or so. So Web 1.0 had a market value of $1.1 trillion. And by the time we go to Web 2.0, when the social aspects came into being, and when cloud computing also came into being, so that's where we have the Facebook, the Airbnb, Uber, trying to pop up, and the market value jumped right from 1.1 trillion, 1.1 trillion to 5.9 trillion. That tells you the jump, okay, in market value. Web 3.0, you can imagine for yourself, this is more exponential. So if 1.0 to 2.0 move from 1 to 5.9, 3.0 would Web 3.0 would shoot up into the sky. So 3.0, we are looking at AI-driven services, decentralized data architecture, and other computing infrastructure. That's where we have the Bitcoin and all those cryptocurrencies coming into play. But the Web 3.5, which is not on this slide, and 3.5 started back in the middle of last year. In the middle of last year, that's when 3.5 started. So 3.5 has to do with decentralized financing, also known as DeFi, whereby systems manage the financial economy or financial zone by itself. Everything is managed by AI. So there's an end-to-end encryption, more like the traditional sense whereby you have a bank, you have people at the bank, you have tellers, you have the bank manager, you have all those kind of staff at the bank trying to ensure that operations are done. When it comes to the Web 3.5, the DeFi, everything is system automated. Everything on its own. So that is how far we have come. And now we have the metaverse as well. So who knows what will happen in the near future. The the internet and the platform gives a lot of room for investment and also for doing business and also making a lot of uh, profit. So it tells you that if you find yourself in the digital space and you are into digital marketing, there are a whole lot of things that you can do in order to take advantage of these platform era. So looking at the pictures, who can comment? What do you see? What comes here? Just looking at the pictures on the screen. Is what attracts your attention or what inferences can you make?
Right, Doctor,
Yes,
Papa,
Papa.
good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so what I've realized about the picture is that the family is more into their phones and they are not together. Friends are also abreast with their phones. They are so much into their phones that they are not doing anything positive. They are not communicating, nothing. They are all so much into their phones. That is what I realized.
Okay. Who else?
Yeah,
That's
Prof,
fantastic. Yeah, Tony.
yes. So what you can see here is that although they are together, they are far apart from each other. Their concentration are outside where they are. Meanwhile, as a family, as friends, when you are together, you have to, communicate to each other to know the issues and also to encourage each other. But now they are all far away because of the phone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I think that's the age, the side effect of technology. Okay. And you could attest to it that some of us at times we behave so. You might even be at home with your spouse, chatting, talking. But when you are talking to someone, you have to look at the person. I mean, courtesy for boys and girls. We learned this when we were young. You have to look at the face of the person, eyeball to eyeball. But nowadays, even talking to your spouse, you are looking into your phone, and everyone is doing something. You are far off, and you are still engaging with another person. Even at times, lunch hours, friends go for dinner or you go out for lunch, and you try to um, have a conversation. And as you are having the conversation, you are still on your phone. So that is the situation we find ourselves. And this is what we call the theory of attention economy and user experience. The attention economy is a whole economy on its own. And we say that is user focus is it sees user focus as a scarce ability to monetize ads and engage in other metrics and engage in other metrics. So basically, that's what happens. These platforms try to optimize the user experience with infinite strokes. Example, when you're on TikTok, you check one thing, you are so happy, you can watch a certain content like 5 times. You keep on keep on scrolling. And at times you go to the comment section and you see other comments that even leads you to another page. And that is what is happening. It is meant or designed in such a way that it attracts your attention. And the more you spend time on this platform, the more they get money. The more you spend time on it, the more they get money. And most especially if you find yourself on a platform that you have people doing live sections by trying to engage their network or their friends. In that case, you spend extra time without you even knowing that that is what is happening. So we say that these platforms are designed to capture your attention. And in fact, it's more like dopamine. Okay. If you know dopamine, like, or if you see people who take cocaine or drugs, they they are always addicted to it. And if a person um, does not get some in a day, he or she feels irritated. And that is how it's working now when it comes to the social media. To the extent that even some people, an hour or 2 hours, they have to even spend in church where they have to pray to God and seek His face. They will still be on their phone. They can't put their phone off or silence. They will still be checking messages, checking pop-up, checking YouTubes, and all other other stuff of things. So this raises ethical concerns about mental health as well. I don't know if you've ever experienced going to bed and you are feeling like sleepy, but you decide to check what is happening on the social media for maybe some 5 minutes. And by the time you realize you spend an hour or more. Meanwhile, previously you were looking at trying to um, you were trying to go to bed, you were feeling sleepy, but as you got in touch with your social media, now even forget about the fact that you have to sleep. And all these have mental health issues. You deprive your brain from resting. You deprive your whole system from getting enough rest and actually recouping again to gather some form of strength for the body. So the economy or this economy uses data, algorithm, and monetization models. So because of the monetization models, content creators and people who promote certain form of content would always try to go the extra mile by trying to come up with new content every day to try to get your attention, and also by spending extra minutes or extra hours on the platform in order to get your attention. So Zuboff um, mentions that these platforms extract value from user data via surveillance capitalism. Via surveillance capitalism. So um, once you are on the platform, these platforms have metrics. They know where you go. They know what you like. They know what you, and by trying to study your online behavior, they promote or suggest same content to you almost every time in order to get your attention. And they're also able to use these algorithms to predict your behavior and suggest what we call the targeted adverts to you. When we come to the monetization aspect, we have the freemium models and we have the subscription models. They also have data sales. So you see that um, if you are on the social media, there are certain things you can do for free, but there are some services or some aspects you need to possibly subscribe. And do data sales. If you want your content to be promoted, you have to subscribe and make payments as well so that the algorithm can give you better exposure. So these are some of the things that happen. You can promote your content by paying for the AI to link you to a whole lot of people to connect, whether it's likes that you want, or whether it's about how do you call it, followers that you are looking for. The most important thing is that it's going to help for you to reach a larger audience. Now, the advice is there are, how do you call it, um, other third parties who also helps in providing these services. So for instance, if it's TikTok that you are using, you can go to um, the promotion page to promote your content. And the AI can decide that, okay, within 24 hours, they will expose or suggest your content to about 3,000 or 6,000 people. Now, other third parties who also provide these services, and you make some payment and they tell you that if it's likes that you want, they can also help for you to reach a whole lot of people in order to get a lot of likes. And you know that all these likes and following are also part of the metrics when it comes to monetization. and when it comes to the platform trying to give you more or extra exposure. These are all parts of it. The disadvantage over here is that you have to be cautious of the services that you are signing up for, because some people will sell fake likes to you, in a sense that they have thousands of phones that has been activated, thousands of phones that have been activated in one room or at a center, and these are controlled, and they are all signed up to various platforms. So if you pay them like you want 400 or you want 1,000 likes within 24 hours or 48 hours, they collect your money and they give you the likes. But these likes are generated by robots. They are generated by robots somewhere and not actual human being. So to you, you think have gotten, you've reached out to human beings who like your content, but not knowing you have reached out to 1,000 robots that likes your content. And if those 1,000 robots likes your content, you are not going anywhere, because it's the human beings that can speak about your platform. It's the human beings that can speak about your content to other people. It's the human that can refer your content to other people as well. So these are some of the things that you need to look out or um, watch out anytime you want to do this form of premium or data subscriptions. So we want to look at the strategic management of social media platforms. Let's look at some strategic management. One is that you align the social media with organizational goals. You have to align it with organizational goals. Okay, so I just want to know, William, this I'll do it randomly. William,
Yes, sir.
yes, William, where do you work?
I work with ECG.
ECG.
Yes, sir.
Hey, ECG. ECG. One more question, the cry. ECG. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so ECG. Mention one goal of ECG.
To delight our customers.
To delight your customers.
Yes.
Is that the slogan of the company, or is the goal of the company?
It's a goal and a slogan as well.
That's right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Thank you. Paul. Paul, what can? Hello, Paul, are you there?
Hello, sir, I'm here.
Okay, Paul, where do you work?
I work at Ghana.
PZ. Okay. Okay, PZ. So, Paul, what is one of the strategic goal of PZ to retain its customers?
Serving consumers.
Serving consumers.
Consumers.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's great. Then the last person, Rahel. Today Rahel did well. Rahel joined very early. She did very well.
Say,
Yes, Rahel, please, where do you work?
and please Zonda Tech Ghana Limited.
Zonda Tech.
Zonda. Yeah,
Okay.
we sell trucks.
Hey, your
Hello.
woman is doing well, oh. What's her name?
Yes.
that
Yanya.
lady, the Chinese woman, the MD,
Yanya.
Nyanya.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's doing very, very well.
Mm.
I should presume that that's how all of you are because he's very active on the social media
Yes.
and doing a lot of promotion. You see, usually when you have those at the top, getting involved with the grounds operation, as in participating or leading by examples, it really helps and it also inspires. Um, okay, so for you, I wanted to ask you about brand awareness, but the answer is
Hey.
already what what I've I wanted to ask some of the things you are doing about your brand awareness. So I think you are not the right person for this question. The solution
Yes.
is already there. Okay, okay. Someone was a farmer, someone from Bono. I said I'll be
One.
learning from the person. Who is that?
Mawan.
Mawan.
Says
Is he
says
in?
Mawan.
Is he in today?
Sir, please let me check. I haven't seen his name, so I don't think so that he has
Oh,
connected.
uh, my farmer
No, he
didn't
hasn't
join.
connected.
Okay, okay. Maybe someone can check up on him to see if everything
Sir,
is okay.
that gentleman, when he calls me, he doesn't pick up. Oh.
Hey, why?
I don't know. When he calls, he doesn't pick up.
Maybe
He,
he's in the farm. So you send
he,
SMS. If he doesn't call,
okay,
send SMS.
sir.
Uh,
Okay.
okay. But who works with a non-profit organization? Does anyone work with a non-profit organization? Uh, yeah, Penu.
Oh, yeah, I work for myself, sir.
You work for yourself. Good.
Yes, bro. Yes.
So that's good. I like that. What brand awareness? What are
Ah,
you doing about awareness?
initially when I began my company, that is my clothing line, that was in 2019 after my first degree. I use social media. So I have about 4K followers. So most people knows about my brand. But when you come to my area, after that whole South constituency, when they are talking of someone who deals in original sneakers and shirts, everyone comes to my shop. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The moment you are in need of something original to wear, after that whole South, we have about 96 polling stations and 22 electoral areas within the after that whole South constituency. As soon as you mention, oh, I need something authentic to wear, our people will recommend you to my shop. Yeah. So that's how it
Oh,
is, sir.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very impressive. Then all the people in this room are your possible or potential customers. Are you
Yeah.
aware?
Yes, boss.
And have you sold anything to anyone here?
They can testify. Coach rep, testify.
Oh, sir, yeah, his clothing, they are really, I mean, of high quality. I bought one from him during the last semester exam. So I really loved it. I'm even wanting to, purchase more from him, but I want him when we are writing the exams, he will just deliver it to me. But sir, you
Okay,
can try.
okay.
Yes,
So
please. His tops are
okay,
good.
so in that case, do you know what we are going to do?
No,
Peno, okay, I don't know. Well, for me, I don't know that that's what you do, and I've not seen your distance. So, get my contact number, the course rep, and after class, send me some of the pictures of your clothing. I know that your course rep also deals in footwear that I've purchased. I think I've made a purchase and I'm really enjoying it. So, this digitization, brand awareness, networking, all these things, wherever you find yourself, you have to let us have a feel of you and what you are doing. Okay.
all right, all right, all
Maybe
right,
for
boss.
those working for other institutions like ECG, they might try to keep quiet because that one, if you bring yourself, people will give it to you. So you try to keep quiet. But you that you own your own company, you have to let people feel the vibe. Who
Papa
knows?
also bought
Maybe
some from me.
I might try to do some drop shipping on this one.
Thank
Okay.
you, boss.
Uh,
Thank you, sir.
yes, and I say so because I had a designer who does stuff for me, and almost every shirt he sews for me, I get at least two or three customers, new customers for him. And but he just disappointed me. Oh, that's the issue. Sorry if there's a Nigerian here. Now we can't see the guy. We can't get him. Whole lot of issues. He's gone to Nigeria. He's here. He's there, and people money are locked up. People, I mean, clothing are locked up with him, and we don't know what's up. So I think if you have a Ghanaian who is into that space, can equally deliver, I prefer to work with a Ghanaian than to work with the foreigner. Okay, so that one is just by the way. Um, let's go back on track. So I asked these questions so that we'll try to know whether indeed we are being um, we are aligning our social media goals with the organizational goals. And to align your social media goals with organizational goals, first of all, you should even know what the goals of your company is. You should know what the goals of the company is, the institution you work with, what those goals are. And based on that, you'll be able to know how to strategize to align these things with. So we want to look at some of the strategies, and you have to do what we call situational analysis. You have situational analysis, and in situational analysis, you use some of the tools like the SWOT, the PESTEL, and competitor benchmarking. These are some of the tools that you can use. So SWOT, you would be looking at the strength, the weakness, opportunities, and threats. And for the PESTEL, you'll be looking at the political, economic, sociological, technological, legal, and environmental. So I'm not really going to dive deep into the SWOT and the PESTEL. I know you might have done it in other models, so we don't need to waste time over here. But then the truth of the matter is that this helps in you trying to this helps in you trying to assess your company and your environment. That is looking at the macro influences that affect you and the micro influence or micro factors that really affects your company or institution. Um, the platform selection, if you want to be online, what should inform the platform that you have to join or you have to be? Okay. So Penu, what social media platform are you on?
I have IG, Facebook, and Snap. I don't use TikTok.
Okay,
But I
okay.
mostly use
So
IG.
what inform these decisions?
Come again, Doc.
Yes, I was saying that what informed you these decisions to use IG, Facebook, and just the Snap?
Because I want to get more audience. I realized that selling using social media platform to promote my brand. I get more customers from that. because I've been doing some analysis lately. Traditionally, when I'm selling, people do come to the shop to buy, but I don't make more sales like when selling online. Because a day, when let's say I post something on Facebook, before the day ends, at least I do get customers like three or four. Yeah, so I realized that using social media really promotes my brand and let me reach out to a lot of audience within a shortest possible time. Yeah, that's the reason, sir.
Oh,
Now, why are you
okay,
not
okay,
posting
that's
TikTok
good.
and Snapchat?
Ken,
There, I have a question for him.
okay, yes, you asked a question. Take it
Yes,
again. You are asking the
yes, I
question.
was asking him like why is he not considering Snapchat and TikTok?
For TikTok in particular, I made a vow to myself not to have that app, and I don't want to use it.
Why?
Why is it for a personal reason?
Yeah, I don't want to use that app. I'm working on my website soon.
No, I want to know the
So
reason.
Yes, because I
Kwenu,
just want
I
to know
want
your
to
reason.
know why you're not using, like, you don't want to use the TikTok. I've got that impression from some people, but everybody have their reasons. So I just
Yes.
want to know that of yours.
oh, say I think that is something personal.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, all right. Because I've come across some people, and one was like Ghana for no mu Jimmy or Hododo. So that's why he or she doesn't want to go there. The other person too was like that platform is very addictive and it's having a negative toll on his life. So he just decided to delete the app from the platform. So people have their own reason, but that's good if it's quite personal. All right, Claire. Claire, where do you work, or what do you do? Claire Nyaminti or Nyamite. I can't hear you. I think your microphone, or you might be far from the microphone.
Okay.
Yes, Claire. Uh-huh.
Yes, please. I work with Fidelity Bank.
Okay, so Fidelity, which platforms do you use?
We use the mobile app. We use the Kukua, the star 776 hash. Yes, those are. We use GHQ
Okay.
QR. Yeah.
Okay, okay. But aside that, are you on the social media platforms aside the institutional platform?
Yes, but dog. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok.
Oh, that is you. Okay, that is you. But I mean the company.
The- yes, please. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay, o- okay. All right, all right. Um, Thank you on that. Elias, today I've not heard your voice. Where do you work and your institution? What platform are they using?
Yes, yes, Doc. I'm a freelance sports writer, and I currently work with SoccerNet, and we use Instagram and Facebook and X.
Okay. Okay, all right. Um, that's good. So no, who else uses YouTube and TikTok? I know Twitch is more for those in the US. But do we have any institution that is on YouTube or any institution that is on TikTok? Okay, all right. So at least
Yes,
looking
but
at the yeah, Tony.
Yes, so for my company, which is Mkopa, we deal in selling of Samsung phones on credit basis. So what we normally do is we use YouTube as well. We use Facebook, TikTok as well, because normally we just want to hear from people who have used the devices, and they are testifying to the benefits of the devices as to how they were able to get the device and how they pay the device in a short time without even noticing how
Tony, I'm seeing you. I don't know if it's the rain. I can't hear from you. Oh, okay, okay, that's fine. I'm not hearing you, but the feedback that I'm getting is okay. It's okay. So thank you all for your submissions. So these are some of the various platforms, social media platforms that we have, and there are a lot of them. It goes beyond this. I think that of the Chinese are not captured here, and you could see that depending on the niche that you find yourself and your targeted audience, that is what is to inform the kind of social media that you have to use. So I just want to encourage you that in make choice of the social media, let it be scientific. Let it be scientific. Know the people you want to target, the demographics. Currently, you can get these demographics everywhere. Even if you want to know in the vote region, the number of people that are on TikTok from voters, number of people that are on this, number of people that are on this, and even looking at the year range or that's the ages range, or maybe just in Gra, you want to know the dispersion of people ask you on each platform and their ages. That or maybe even their portfolio as to whether these are high class, okay, middle class or low class, or possibly where they work and all those kind of things. You can always get these metrics. And once you get these metrics, at least it will inform you the platforms or the pages that you have to join. And once you join this, if you really want to reach out to those people, you can try to do some form of promotion, okay, in order to reach them. So it has not become like, oh, I feel like I like Snap because I can be taking pictures and putting it, or I feel like I don't want to go on TikTok because that place a lot of people jokes a lot. But even with that on TikTok, you could see that the Chinese, their production are geared, their content are geared towards business, SME, I mean, networking in terms of business and development. That is what they do. So it all depends on you. And that is why you see the banks trying to be on Facebook and Twitter because they feel like that is where the people who are of class or people who are somehow learned could be found. So they prefer to be on those platforms. And those platforms are also much more, especially Twitter, is much more, should I say, controlled, and also engagements are much more official compared to that of Facebook or maybe TikTok. And when it comes to Instagram, Instagram too is purely professional. So if you are looking at reaching out to professionals, And then you also have to consider trying to create a certain niche on Instagram, and would help you. So these studies or metrics, as you see, we say that people aged 18 to 24 years are 75% more likely to visit TikTok than general mobile internet population. So if it's about trying to get the people of range 18 to 24, we are using 18. It can even be less, but we are using 18 because it's assumed that that is the age of, let me say, adulthood. Okay, 18 to 24. Most people within that age group are 75% more likely to be on TikTok than any other platform. That is why I said that let your choice of platform be scientific. You can do those research on your own and determine based on the kind of people you want to reach, which platforms are you supposed to, uh, and that will help you a lot. Okay, then you need to set smart social media objective. Is it like I'm on the social media? So mine is that, well, every day I'll post, or once a while, if I do something that is of interest, I'll post. Just like, let me say the banks. The banks on their social media, they hardly post. They might post when there is an issue or there is a good news. But if you are building your brand and it's your personal business, you need to get a smart social media objective. And that smart social media objective is what will drive you to really promote that business or really engage your people on the social media. Because as you have the smart objective, you begin to break it down into various tactics and targets, and as to even weekly or monthly, then to weekly, then to daily, the things that you are supposed to do. A good smart objective is that you want to increase followers by 20% in 6 months via targeted content. Okay, so looking at this objective, you could see that indeed it's smart. It can be measured, it can be achieved, it's realistic, and it's also time bound as well. So we look at developing content strategy and digital tone of voice. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay, sorry for the interruption. All right. So developing content strategy and digital tone of voice. This you need to strategically craft your plan. You have to get teams, you have to get formats, you have to get schedules. Okay. And you need a tone that reflects your brand personality, and especially if you are doing a professional business, or if you really want to promote, I should say, a certain product to some sections of consumers. So let me use Penu's business line as an example. So, for instance, you might design to get a certain form of teams. Maybe you'll be looking at producing kaftan. You might try to look at using Agbaja, or I don't know if Fugu is part. Now the president has hyped Fugu. The prices is going up. Fugu on every Wednesday. So you might try to maybe produce that, or if there are other aspects of these things, productions that you like to do, office wear, funeral wear, how do you call it, for parties and for going out or for leisure. So you get these various themes. Then now you come to the formats. So the format, how are you going to do it? Are you going to do a video? Is it going to be a video shoot? Are you wearing it yourself to let me say produce it, or to showcase it, just like what is done by the Zondatech MD, the Chinese woman. Sit in the car herself. She will take you to the car herself, talk to you, I mean herself. So she becomes the face of the company. You have to look at the format. Do you want to be the face of the company, or you are looking at getting an influencer, the face of that company? So you need to look at these. Are you going to do it, I mean, just by pictures scrolling, or how is it with a voiceover? How is it going to be? So all these formats, you have to be intentional about it. Even as to the background music that you will use, or it's just going to run silently. You need to look at that. Then you come to schedule. So possibly every first week of the month, we are promoting office wear. Every first week of the month, we are promoting office wear. Every second week of the month, we are promoting leisure. Maybe third week of the month, we are doing freestyle. Possibly fourth week of the month, we are promoting funeral. Maybe because people do a lot of funeral at the end of the month, or so. So you would have to look at your niche and what you are doing, and how you can do all this scheduling. And even the time of posting, you also have to look at it. You need to do that scientifically by getting the bricks. And I think for TikTok, they can even suggest to you when your followers are much more active. On TikTok, you can get that from that page. I don't know for the other platforms, but always there is another software or another third party that will provide you this information if you are not getting it from the platform itself. So you need to know the timing of even posting your products, whether it's in the morning, the afternoon, it's in the evening, or it's in the late evening, or it's in the early morning. That depends. Then the tone, that's if it's not a silent development or silent production, and it has a voiceover. You have to look at all these things. And the kind of people you want to reach out to, and the style used to reach out to them would always demand this one. So if for instance, if it's professional and it's office wear that you are trying to promote, you need a very professional, good tone, like official tone, if there is any word like that. But I hope you know what I mean. You need a very good tone, more like something that is more gentle and soothing, or something like someone with a radio voice, okay, to do that for you. But you yourself can also train yourself to do that as well if you don't want to incur extra cost by engaging other people to do that. So we that is what we have on this page, and that's aligning your um, social media with your organizational being the slots. Okay, selecting your platform to match, getting these smart objectives, trying to develop your content, and now about gauging your audience. And once you're on the social media, you also have to be prompt in responding to your audience. When there are questions, people ask questions and stuff, you need to respond to them. For the very big companies, they hardly do that. I don't know if it's because workers there are tired, or they are wary of always customers asking the same question again and giving them feedback, or monitoring by monitoring of their digital social media or the digital units is not all that strong, because some of them you can put out a comment on a page and it will take days or ages before you get a response. To those who are doing their own business, or those who are managing the social media unit of their institutions, you need to take interest in trying to give feedback to customers when they comment on your page or your product. It can be simple, thank you. It can be simple, well noted. Simple, we'll look into it. Something small, at least it makes the people feel like they have been listened to or they have been attended to. So engagement is also another area that you have to look at. And so the content types, we have, as I made mention when I was using Penus On as an example, the typologies, we have the textual, whereby this is more like the blogs and the posts, whereby you just paste the text or the write-up over there. You can have the visual, that can be images and infographics. You can have the audio, you can have the interactive, okay, interactive part as well. And it can also be a blend of one or two of these content type. Now, you could also do storytelling and trying to let people know your brand identity. So the storytelling, for instance, if you watch this advert, I don't know if either Special Eyes or Casa Precon, their adverts, that is a good example of a storytelling, whereby they take you to the factory, they show you where the raw material is gotten from, where it is taken to, the machines that are working on it, how it is done, how it is packaged, how it comes to you, and the benefit that it gives you. That is the storytelling approach. So it depends on you. You can also do storytelling. You can even use a infographic or images to do your storytelling. It can be a video. It can be a voice over. All of these also helps in you trying to promote your brand identity. And the other thing too is trying to use search engine optimization for those who might be on Google. For instance, if you have your own platforms and other things, you can sign up to Google SEO optimization. You make some payments. And the reason is that when people are searching, they try to, for instance, if it's about clothing, there might be 1 million people who have clothing as part of their name or who have clothing as part of their URL. But because you sign up for that, a certain priority is given to you. So instead of you being part of the first 200 or the first 1,000, they can push you to the first 50 or the first 10 for you to show up. And that the other aspect too is that if you are on these other platform like TikTok and the stuff, you can also use the hashtags and certain keywords that will let the AI try to suggest you to people easily. So those are some of the things that you need to look at. Okay, so you also have to monitor your dashboard analytics. So the dashboard will let you know your engagement, okay, per day, per week, per month, how you were able to engage your people, maybe even the number of times you posted, the number of people that visited your page, the number of people that even saw your page, and at times even the number of minutes or hours that people spent on your page. You can get all these from the analytics, and it helps you to know whether a certain post that you were doing well or not. So based on these feedbacks that you get from the analytics, it helps in trying to re-strategize for the next content as to do either to stay on track or try to revise what you were doing. So these analytics also helps. I think almost all the social media platforms, they have their analytics. Okay, just a second. Okay, and in you can also try to build what we call the online community. Um, you get your followers, um, where you get your followers and you try to engage them. There are times you can decide to do promotion as well. You can decide to do promotion. There are times you can decide to engage them to know their concerns and other things. So you need to do that. And we have the social listening and AI tools. This has to do with sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis. So the sentiment analysis would what it does is that it's will try to look at the comments that has been coming to your page. If you are someone who has maybe 10 comments and stuff, you might not need sentiment analysis. But if you are getting a lot of comments or feedback on your page that you find it difficult to read all of them and stuff like that, you need to do. You need to do it. If you can't do it, then you can get people to help you, assist you to manage the page. It helps. But you can also do the sentiment analysis, even when the people read and respond or not. The sentiment analysis can give you a general feel or outlook of all the comments that you are getting. Even LLMs platforms or AI platforms can do that when you are able to extract all your comments and feed it to AI and tell it to do sentiment analysis for you. It will do it for you. And some platforms. Okay, so that's about the sentiment analysis. Okay, it helps, and at times too, it's able to help you do some form of predictive analysis. Try to know um, how your customers or your clients, the people you engage with, how they behave, or possibly how they might behave, okay, towards your content in the next 1 week or in the next 2 weeks or in the next 1 month. Because what it does is that it takes it does analysis of their previous behaviors and try to forecast and do predict how things might be. So all these will inform your decisions as to how to engage your customers, and also the kind of content that you might need to provide. So as you can see on the screen, on the dashboard, these are some analytics of an institution, okay? An institution that is on Facebook, is on IG, LinkedIn, and also on YouTube. You can see that the Facebook, it gives the number of people that visited the page per every day. So the dates are there under the graph. The same applies to Instagram, and the same apply to YouTube. But on YouTube gives a lot of subscription. So per every day, you can know the number of people that followed you and the number of people that unfollowed you. So what you see for the Facebook analytics, you can get the same thing for the various dashboards. That's the Facebook and the LinkedIn, and vice versa. What is happening on the blue graph that you are seeing on for the Facebook, you can also get the same for the YouTube as well. So we have that of Instagram, that of Vimeo, and followers gain, and per IG, and followers gain per this one too. This was gotten from agencyanalytics.com, and agencyanalytics.com, you can visit there if you are using multiple social media platforms. You can synchronize all into one so that you have one portal of monitoring all your social media platforms to know how things are doing, rather than going to each platform to check the analytics, then you jump to another platform, then you open this window, then you open the other window. So this makes it easy and straightforward to see all things at a go, and even to be able to compare and see which platform is really doing well for your business or not. Okay, so the platform mechanics and algorithmic power. Okay, so platform mechanics, we are just looking at the APIs for integration. Okay, for integration, and also trying to look at datafication. So the datafication has to do with how data becomes money, and how time spent also becomes money, and also how to turn the behavior of people on your platform into data to really give some form of information or analysis, like the predictive and the sentiment analysis that we spoke about. Okay, so AI always analyze your data and suggest your content, and it's to other people. It's able to also influence the opinions of people and habits on the page. So the schema on the portal, you don't need to worry about the schema, but just to give you an idea of how your platforms behave, is that you have the centralized database. Let me see if I can get this. So you have the centralized database, and this is the database. Okay, and there are various, I should say, analysis that happens. Various analysis that happens. So you have rating analysis over there. You have rating analysis over there, how you are rated, your content or your page, even how it's rated. For instance, on TikTok, they have something they call the verified. When your accounts get verified, it means that you have reached, you are well accepted by TikTok. They have really confirmed you as someone who is very influential and very important in that space. So if you are verified, the algorithm will always give you larger larger exposure. Then it looks at collaborative filterings. So the collaborative filterings try to look at almost all the things that you do on the platform, trying to, it's a form of maths or metrics that does that. It looks at maybe the comments that you even give, the postings that you do, and a whole lot of things, and the number of people that came to search for you, trying to visit your page or trying to search your company's name, like Aziz Clothing, okay, or Penus Clothing, trying to search for that on the search bar. It look at all those things, and as well, and analysis of behavior. So the behavior, as it does, it looks at the you as the content producer, your behavior on the platform. As I said, I made mention that I have about close to 4,000 followers on TikTok. That is Pray Now. And the system will look at my behavior. At first, I used to post almost every day. Nowadays, like a week or 2 weeks, I've not posted. So if I make a post now, I can get like just 5 people looking at my content. What it means is that the system has intentionally suggested my content to just 5 people because it analyzed my behavior. But if I become very frequent on the portal, on the page, posting morning, afternoon, evening, commenting, and doing a whole lot of things, it will begin to analyze that behavior and now suggest me to a whole lot of people. So we have direct queries as well. Once I one time received a query and my account was flagged. My flag. So I try to, I use AI as an agent. I fed the query to AI to analyze and tell me why it was flagged and how I can come out of it. And it gave some directives, and I followed those directives meticulously. And within 24 hours, my account was unflagged. So direct query can also affect your recommendation or your exposure on the page. And the direct query, it can be the system giving you query because you flouted some community policy or rules, or it can be other people trying to complain about your page or report you negatively. That can also attract some of those sanctions. So, in all, the system look at all these things that will be spoken about, okay, and based on how it's programmed, it comes out with a certain index, and this all these together will inform how your content will be recommended to people. All these combined will tell how your content will be recommended to people. So if you want to get a lot of recommendation, you need to take care of all these aspects that we have looking at or discuss right now. You need to take care or take notes of all these aspects. Okay, for filter bubble and echo chamber, I think we've discussed this. Who can speak to it? Echo chamber. I think we discussed this some few weeks ago. Oh, it wasn't this class. Yes, any idea? Was it this class? Have I mentioned of echo chamber? Hello? Can I be heard?
No, sir.
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Okay, okay. Have I mentioned of it in this class or not?
No.
No.
How your no cry? You cry, you suspect your no. Your no cry, you are not sure of the no.
Okay, sure.
We haven't heard it before. That's why our response is that way.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll take it again. So the echo chamber has to do with um, you trying to be in a certain this community and receiving the same views, reinforced views. So let's say on TikTok, if you belong to the blue party, you are always following people who are giving the blue comments, always following people who are giving the blue comments. So the system tries to know that, oh, okay, this guy, he likes the blue comment. So it'll always do a reinforcement and gives you the comments and information or news from the blue party. If you are always following the green party, that is what you get. And so there are some people on the social media, they try to listen to information or view content from one specific community or one specific or some selected people. And the system is designed in such a way that it will always reinforce that decision or that likes, and that becomes echo chamber, and you get polarized. Instance, let me take the Iran-American war. If you listen to CNN always, it becomes an echo chamber. You are always getting certain feed from CNN and the likes of CNN. You see the war in a certain perspective. To Al Jazeera and you listen to other bloggers from the Middle East, you also see the war in a different perspective altogether. So that becomes echo chamber. And the filter bubbles has to do with personalized feeds. Okay, personalized feeds that also limits, you say, your perspective on a certain matter or situation, in the sense that you always find yourself giving a certain feed, okay, on the platform, or giving a certain comment on the platform. And the system knows that, oh, okay, this is how this is what we do. So filter bubble, anytime you come on the platform, the system will try to give you content or information that is aligned to that feed. And that is what we call filter bubble. So these are some of the things that you need to look like at, especially what you click on when you go on the social media, what you like, what you share, and what you follow is very important. If you go on the platform and you don't, let me say, sports or to be suggested to you. Okay, let me take this one into consideration. Recently, I saw something that they said they were doing some, I don't know whether Caribbean match or Caribbean festival in Ghana. I didn't hear of it. I only heard of it after it has passed. So it was more like I wanted to go and check what it is. So I went to search and find out what that festival was about. And it was full of a lot of nudity, but it's on the social media. So this, for instance, let's say you might find yourself having a certain brand, like your clothing brand, and you go to this festival and you even like it. Let's say you like it because you don't want the AI or the system to associate your brand or the exposures to such form of festival. Even when you like it, do not go and click on like, because every activity you do is noted by the algorithm. Every activity you do is seen. If you think you don't want that to be associated with you or to be part of your metrics, don't go and share. At least you can take a screenshot and send it to someone, or you can send someone message to go and check those things. And who you follow also matters. People that you follow also matters. So these are the filter bubbles. So filter bubbles will look at your personalized feed or activities that you do. And the echo chamber will also look at the things that you hear and that you see. And the system will all promote or provide those things. Okay, so we look at the platform labor and creator economies. Um, this has to do with the gigification of creativity, and that's about you trying to get money from your creative or your content. And now we know that there are people who solely depends or have their daily bread from this platform just by producing content this platform. The only thing is that this job, you don't have job security if that's the sole thing that you are doing, but you get a benefit and you your income can also be predicted because you know that depending on the number of followers, number of views that you get, um, you you would be getting some form of money. Like if we take someone like this guy, what's his name? Kabi Lame, he gets a lot of money by just posting, okay? By just posting, he gets money. And dependent, some are getting thousands of dollars, some are getting millions of dollars, and some are also getting nothing of CDs by posting. So it always depends on how you are able to climb on the ladder and also the kind of, I should say, the followers that you have on the platform. So all these things happen. Why do we say that you don't have a job security? You don't have a job security in the sense that if you solely depend on that for your income, you your account can be blocked, the system can go down, the rules can change at any time, and those things will always affect your income. If you know the line, is it the line page or the EYLN? This American guy who always come out with breaking news and other things. At a point in time, the AI tried to block him. They tried to block him and not blocking his account, but reducing drastically the number of views that he gets per post. This is someone who gets thousands of views, at times even millions of views. But at a point, he was getting some few hundreds of views anytime he posts, and he even got frustrated official complaints and stuff and was not listened to and tried to boycott the page for some time as a protest. So that is what happened. We have what we call the shadow banning, and the example that I made is just synonymous to what we call shadow banning. And shadow banning has to do with the system trying to prevent you from reaching out to a lot of people. You are able to reach out to thousands of people per post, but at a point, you can reach out to only 100. And not because you have gone down on your engagement with the portal, or you've gone down on how you post your posting rhythm, or even your engagement with your audience. But the system decide to do shadow banning by trying to drop you. Okay. At times, these are some of the things we term as opaque policy. Possibly they have released new policies or done new settings on the systems that does not favor you and is, however, bringing those metrics or repercussion. Those bringing those repercussion. that you might not be aware of. Or it could be like a whole lot of people are trying to do campaign against you by sending negative reports to the try to bring you down. So some of these things we say that enable or leads to shadow banning. So in conclusion for this slide, we are saying that we have platforms that are social technical system with embedded power structures, and strategic management of our platforms should be aligned to the goals and ethics of the institution. We've also looked at how these AI are able to influence the output of our work or our publication and the likes. So at this point, if there are questions, I open up for questions. If anyone has a question that you want to ask, you want to have a question, or you have an input, the door is open. The door is open for questions and inputs. Yes. Okay. So these are your references, and if there aren't any questions, we'll have our break. And course rep, what's the time for the break? Is it 15 minutes or 20 minutes?
30 minutes.
30.
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. So we break for 30 minutes and we come for the second section. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ura.
Please, I'm putting the slides in the group for this course from lesson 1. So kindly check your WhatsApps.
Champion class rep. Okay, Ura.
I'm just trying.
Where the
20,
2026 car owner.
This is not here. This is not the platform for
Hey,
car.
that.
I beg you.
Hello, good morning once again.
Good morning, sir. We are happy to have you back.
Okay. And I welcome all of you back to the second section. We are going to have a look at transparency and accountability in the digital realm. We'll try to analyze the transparency and accountability in the digital ecosystem through theoretical and practical lenses and apply frameworks to real-world digital challenges via hands-on exercises, critique regulatory mechanism and develop practical solutions, including tool-based audits and simulations, and engage in collaborative exercises to address tensions in AI, data economies, and global digital governance. So I just want to know, when you hear algorithmic accountability, what's the first real world example that comes to your mind when you hear this big English? What comes into your mind? Yes, anyone. I wanted us to use the Mentimeter, but I've not opened it yet. So you could just voice out and speak. Yes. Okay, first of all, do we understand algorithmic accountability? I think that's where we have to take it from. Um, do we understand what it is? This is the seventh lesson, so I think we've come far. You have to understand. Please, are you back from break?
Yes, sir,
Cosrec,
we are back. Yes, sir, we
no,
are back, sir.
maybe you
Ah,
are back. Your people are not
the-
back.
they are online too.
And they online and not around. So,
Let me drop a message on the WhatsApp group, please.
okay, all right. Okay, please, are you back? If you are back, just unmute and say I'm back.
Say, I am
Hello,
back.
hello, hello,
Back.
hello.
I'm back, sir.
I'm back, sir.
I never left, sir.
Hey, Rachel.
I was already here. I didn't go anywhere.
Today, Rachel deserves an award. So, course rep, you have to get something for her. All right. So, I asked the question that when you hear algorithmic accountability, what comes into mind?
Mm,
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
there's TikTok.
Rachel.
Hello,
I'm
sir.
trying.
Yes.
Say
Okay, Rachel
TikTok
said
for
TikTok.
Yes,
UK.
sir. So,
Okay, TikTok
For
or
UK.
UK. All right, Paul.
hello, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
Paul.
sir. So, for my understanding, I see algorithm as a black box, and whatever is done inside, we don't see it. So, at the end of the day, maybe if they are pulling personal details from people, we don't know. So, there should be some way of them be accountable to whatever is being done in the black box.
Okay, okay, that's great. Any other submission? Okay, all right. So Paul hit it right on the head. So um that is on point. Our government accountability has to do with how we're able to know that the system is working how it's supposed to work, or the system trying to let us know the processes and the protocols it's used in arriving at its destination or whatever was the outputs. Even if it's about selection of people, we should know the framework behind those selection. So that is what we are looking at. In that case, these three keywords stands out. What has to do with transparency, the second has to do with accountability, and this actually forms even the phrase that's algorithm accountability. So it lets you know that transparency is key when it comes to AI and everything that happens with our data. There has to be openness. We should be able to audit the data processes and how data flows and how decisions are made. And as said by Paul, this take us to the all right. This the black box. So the black box has to do with you, for instance, giving something to ChatGPT, then you don't know what happened. All you know is boom, the results is there. That is the black box. The uh, open source algorithm are the ones that will let you know what is really happening in the chamber. So, as someone said, open AI is not open enough. Um, DeepSeek, I think DeepSeek, when DeepSeek came on board, DeepSeek was more open in the sense that it makes you know what the AI is thinking about, the options it's considering, the various sources that is trying to fetch information, what it has known, and now what it is going to do. So DeepSeek, I think, started this thing, and later on, we've seen other LLMs also doing same, like JSpark, Rock, and Cloud. Then ChatGPT itself also doing same. So currently, you notice that whenever you um, give a query on ChatGPT, certain strings will be coming on your screen telling you the protocols that are in place and what the AI is actually doing before the final output comes out. So accountability has to do with the system being responsible for everything, I mean, that happens there. Okay, so the whether it's a government platform, a private platform, or an individual platform, once you deploy that platform out, you should be able to account to your other stakeholders or your clients. And some of these things at times, if it does not go well, can attract either reputational damages or legal damages, as we've seen from the past. Okay, so the digital realm, you already understand the digital realm. This has to do with the digital space and its infrastructure. Okay, so I just want to know from the class, why transparency and accountability matters in the digital age. Transparency and accountability. Why do you think it matters in this age? Why should platforms be transparent and accountable? Or why should we demand for the platforms that we utilize to be accountable and transparent? Who hasn't spoken today? Let me see. Mawan, you have two accounts. Mawan Inyeri and Mawan Inyeri. Yeah, two accounts. Yeah, Mawan, I have not heard from you today.
Hello? It's
Yes, sir.
one is my laptop and the other one is my phone. The laptop, the speaker is not working.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So now that we know you are alive, kindly attempt this question.
For accountability
Yes,
purposes,
sir.
it matters because of trust. In digital age, we most of us or most consumers, they need trust. So because of trust, accountability and transparency matters a lot. If your site has to be trusted, then you need to be transparent with your clients or your customers. That's my little thought.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's good. Clement? Clement Siao. I think I've not heard your voice. Okay, Sefako.
Hello, sir. Please, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Clement. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Yes, accountability or transparency matters in digital age. Yes, because it builds trust, like Marwan said. But it's I think it's also help ensure supervision compliance, or let's say regulatory compliance. Hello, sir.
Okay, we are losing you, Clement. I think it's the network. So I
Sorry,
heard trust.
the weather here is quite bad, but what I'm
Okay.
saying, I think it helps with regulatory compliance, and also help build trust and loyalty as well when it comes to transparency. That's what I can say, sir.
Okay, that's good. So we have trust, we have supervision, we have compliance. So that is three keywords that we are picking from here. Any other submission? Any other submission? One. Yeah, Elias.
Yes, Doc. It helps prevent the misuse of data, and it reduces the biases also in the system, and ensures that,
Elias, your line was breaking. Please take it again.
yes, it helps prevent the misuse of data in automated systems, and also ensures that the companies are responsible for some of the decisions they take.
Okay. The line was still breaking. I couldn't get you, but thanks for the submission. You can type it in the chat
Okay.
box. Any other submission, please, on this? Why you think it matters? Oparija Francis.
Sir,
Uh,
Francis.
Francis, is it the first time you are joining?
No, I've been contributing every day. I mostly join with the name KO. So,
Hello, Francis.
hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Yeah, I'm always present. Please, can I speak? Hello, sir.
Francis, we can hear you.
Okay. So since today's digital world is a community, a social community, there must be a trust. Because for people to sign in, they have to identify, they have to show their identity and stuff. So when they show it,
Okay, Francis. So my network, I just came back on.
okay, sir. So my view on it is, since it's a social community, and then for us to subscribe to any of the channels, we have to show our identity. Showing our identity means that we are declaring our status. So for us to also trust the system that they can protect our identity and information, they have to also be transparent. And also, we can also at least find some errors in the systems for them to correct it for us. So I think that is the little view I have about transparency and accountability.
Okay. That's good. Fantastic. I just wanted to know how everybody's understand this and your views on it. And also take note. For instance, if you meet this question in an exams, we're expecting that you should be able to provide about 7 to 10 reasons why these things are matters in the digital age. So my questions are not difficult, and every question that comes in the exams, you have seen it before. Uh, the only thing is that you know that you have seen the question before, but you forget what to write to that question. That becomes the only challenge. And that's why, as much as possible, I need your inputs and collaboration when we get discussions and other questions as well. So, all that you've said are correct. And indeed, we need transparency and accountability in this age because anytime you go on the internet, you expose yourself to the outside world. You expose yourself to the outside world. Yes, you can expose your data, your identity, even your location. So platforms has to be transparent to its users as to what it is doing and how it is functioning and stuff like that. And also their policies need to be open. There are platforms that has a very lengthy policy, but yes, so they operate within a black box. Okay, so clients or people have to really look at all these things anytime you are engaging with a platform. The only challenge is that at times you don't have control over it. For instance, if it's Facebook and all your classmates are on Facebook, the people you want to deal with are on Facebook, and you don't like the policy of Facebook, but because of the other interests that you have over there, you are still forced to be on the platform or to access the platform. Okay. Now, let's say last month, I talked with a friend on WhatsApp about buying a musical organ. Later that evening, I started seeing ads for organ on Instagram. And even though I never searched for it online. Okay, so this is how unclear data sharing between apps can make users feel monitored or missed. I don't know if you have ever experienced this situation before, whereby you visited a certain portal or page. It can be Facebook, and later you are on IG and you are getting certain feed, I mean, following you or coming to you from that page. At times, it can even be a hotel, and maybe not even on the portal, but you went to the normal website to check a hotel this thing. And now every place you go, hotels will be following you. They'll be chasing you like a guy. Um, Has anyone experienced that? And can you share with us what your peculiar experience was?
Yes,
Yes,
on TikTok.
Esther.
Yes, Francis.
Yes, I happened to attend a program in Dubai. So I wanted to get an accommodation. So I searched bookingsonline.com. Then I think I was on Instagram searching. Then I started seeing booking.com advert popping up. So I decided to click on it, and then it took me to the booking.com, and I was able to book accommodation. Sometimes too, when you're on YouTube, it keeps popping up because you have searched for it. Then it keeps appearing in most of the social media platforms. Hello?
I think Sarah has left. You join him.
Right, take over.
I don't even have the lecture slides to take over. So hold on.
Ora, take over for 10 marks.
Right, let us know your experience.
I'm also learning like you guys. So.
Lord. Lord.
Sorry, my network went off. So I think I heard Francis. He spoke about Instagram and booking.com, how the adverts was following him. Rahel, your microphone was open before Francis came in.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Hello.
please.
It happened to me on
Yes, right.
TikTok too. I think when I was about to deliver my baby, like let's say a week to delivery date, I kept seeing videos of like pregnant women who was going to the labor room and then they didn't make it. They didn't make it alive with their babies. It kept popping up like all the time, morning. So I even left TikTok. I deleted my account because I was a bit scared. I kept seeing bad videos. So I left TikTok. And now I'm back again because I've already deleted.
So, is the algorithm aware that you have delivered, or it's still sending
Yes,
those messages?
yes. Because during the naming ceremony too, I think I kept seeing names of babies. So I was wondering how come like I kept seeing those messages on TikTok too. I didn't understand. So after I named my
Congratulations in
baby, I always
Have you checked for
Big
I have
names
the
Brother
baby
is
already.
watching you.
of babies somewhere?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been searching for items like that. That's why it
No, I
keeps
think it was my
popping up.
husband who was sending me those videos on my messages on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
So when I watch
Yeah.
them and I keep seeing them.
Uh-huh. So that's why.
Okay.
Okay, then
Okay, one last example.
Don't mention my
say,
Yes, sir.
uh-huh.
Yes.
For this one, even if you don't search for it, then they'll be chasing you. Temu or Temu. They've been chasing us everywhere. Even if you don't search for it. They are too aggressive.
You have searched for them before, maybe once. For them, all you need is the first time experience. Once you get a first time experience by clicking, that's all. They take.
mirror.
But their own is too aggressive everywhere.
Okay. So all these, it's good you have all these experience, and it tells you that most of these platforms are not transparent. Okay, that's the transparency we are talking about. The sense that they will take your data and either sell it to another company or platform, or they have a symbiotic relationship with other platform. So they transfer your, or they share, they do data sharing. They share your data or your files with them. They also intend to share their data or their files with you. And you might not be aware of all these things. So when it comes to the transparency, some of these platforms will not let you know what they are doing with your data at the back end. And that is how come we say that transparency and accountability are very, very important. So imagine, like as you said, Temu, going on Temu, and everywhere you go, Temu will be following you. Everywhere you go, they will be following you. At times it becomes uncomfortable. So we have to watch out. But in most cases, you can also report to them. And if it's a website that you are using, you can block some of these adverts that would be popping up or being okay. So kindly note, take note that the when it comes to the algorithm, they most of the time take decisions on behalf of the platform or on behalf of the owner. So when we look at some financial institutions, fintechs, um, I think for Ghana, most of the loans you have to go to the bank or see the customer. You have to go see your customer service a rep. But in some countries or in some areas, you can apply for loan online. For online jobs application, that is very common. But most institutions
So
this
we
AI now everybody is trying to go automation, fully automation, and the AI decides who gets the job or who gets shortlisted or who gets a loan and how much you get that loan. But the issue is, are you aware of what happens in the black box? Are you aware of the decisions that happen? Are you aware of the factors that are taken into consideration? These are things that you would have to look at. And also the fact that you have transparent or you have your policies displayed on your portal does not mean that you have the trust of the people. Some people at times try to misinterpret their transparency with trust and also accountability with apology. So what we need is more accountability and not apology. So the system should be designed in such a way that it is much more accountable to the people rather than this stepping on their boundaries and their rights, and later the institution or the platform coming to apologize and also trying to make amends. So on the left side is what we want the institutions to or this platform to do, being more transparent and being more accountable. So Habermas gave this theoretical foundation, and he said that transparency enables legitimate digital discourse, by ensuring open communication. Okay. And the panopticon theory also says that the digital surveillance creates power asymmetry, whereby accountability resists unchecked control. So what this means is that when these giant platforms they have the autonomy to spy on you, to get your data, to do whatever they want to like. It creates that power asymmetry. And the power asymmetry means that they have much more control on the system than the users. Imagine Facebook. Look at the number of workers that Facebook have, and look at the number of clients or subscribers that are on Facebook. That is in millions. And yes, so when it comes to power, the power belongs to the owner, not even the workers, but the owner himself. He has the majority power to determine what has to be done and what needs not to be done. And that creates the asymmetry. Like this X, how do you call him? Um,
Elon
goes to
Musk.
space. Elon Musk, good. Elon Musk taking over Twitter and changing the name to X and trying to do change some of the policies and do things that he thinks should favor him or the cause of his party. And that is what we term as the power asymmetry. And once there is power asymmetry, what it means is that accountability um, resist unchecked control. Always controls will not be checked, and you cannot even know what is happening for you to even control or to check because it all happens in the black box or at your blind side. So, um, information asymmetry theory, as we can see on the charts on the right hand side, you can see that the seller has a lot of information than the buyer. So users lack insight into platform data practices, creating what we call the lemon markets. Lemon markets. This is what we term as the lemon market. So if I ask you to explain the lemon market, what would be your thoughts from what we is on the screen and what we are discussing? What do you think are lemon markets? Yeah, Claire,
Oh,
your mic
yes.
is hello.
Eh, Well, please, I'm thinking about it.
Okay, all right. So who can help us here?
Sir, please,
Yeah, who will give it a try?
the question again.
The
Sorry.
solution is on the board.
Oh, okay. So that means that the seller has lower this thing than the buyer.
He said that the seller has
I think the buyer has more say than the seller. That is how I see it. So
the seller has more the buyer.
the buyer has more
Okay,
say than the seller.
the buyer has more say.
Oh,
Is that
It
is
is
that how you
the
would interpret the
dog.
diagram?
No.
Um, the bar, look
It's
at
a
it well.
one-sided information. Like,
The one that is down is heavier. Okay, there's like a beam balance.
Oh, okay.
It's like a beam
So
balance. So
okay.
the heavier
Prof,
one goes
Prof,
down. Yes,
Prof, is the seller that has more informations about the product. Oh. than the buyer.
Good.
Me,
Good.
I
Sir,
see the information to be higher than the buyer or the item being sold.
okay, so now I get the question. Sir, so my example is filling a visa form to a
Uh-huh.
party. They have more control, you have less control. That is
Mm-hmm.
how I can associate it with. Because whatever information they need, you've provided, but you don't have a say. Their decision, whatever decision they give, you don't have any option than to take it.
Okay. Okay. Any other one? Any other person? I think this question is a good exams question. I've never tested students on this. I don't know why, but yeah, any other person? The lemon markets and information asymmetry. Yes, what you said is right, but I want it holistically. Yeah, Sefako.
In a car. So the seller knows exactly the faults or whatever it is that's wrong with the car, but the buyer doesn't.
Okay. 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 All right, that's good. So what you said is good. And you don't end there. So how does it create a lemon market? How does it create that market? How does it create that market?
So I think the buyer has no option than to take whatever is there.
Good. So the buyer has no option than to take what is there, and that's good. That is how come the market is created. Okay, like let's take the Chinese products. Now they have quality products like their um, but as we used to say, the Chinese product, the low grade, you see that the seller has much more information than the buyer. They only see the beauty of it and results to buying it because it's cheap. They know where the expensive boutiques are at East Legon, and they know where the expensive malls are, but they will prefer to go and buy that. One is that they see the beauty and they are okay with it. Two is that they lack knowledge, much more knowledge about the product. And three, the cost is convenient for them. So in that case, it creates what we call the lemon market. And the same thing is happening in the digital world. Most people, you go out and ask people about ask them what platform are they on? They should mention three policies of the platform or three even community guideline or something. No, they are not aware and they don't care. So the most important thing is that they are there and they are enjoying the platform. So that is the lemon market we talk about. It creates the low quality privacy protection because where there has to be high quality privacy protection and other things, most people wouldn't like to go there. Have you forgotten that it's just recently that most people are getting used to? Previously, not much people wanted to be on Twitter, and Twitter was more like for the executives, the MDs, and top professionals, business people, stuff like that. Is recently that Elon Musk changed it to X and have down, I don't know, I would say downgrade, but he is saying upgrade um, policies and other things, and allowing almost anything to pass through that most people are getting onto Twitter. And that tells you that you are getting a low privacy protection. So always the information asymmetry would lead to the creation of lemon markets, and they work hand in hand, whereby the seller has a lot of information than the buyer. Just like you going to Circle to buy a phone. They will tell you all the nice stuff and all that it does, and you might get home and it's not like that. It does if you are lucky. If you are not lucky, you get home and it's a cake soup, and that's it for you. So, so this is about the information asymmetry and the lemon markets. Now we look at the principal agent problem, and the principal agent problem has to do with the users who are the principals relying on the agents. That's the tech firms. Now we want to see the relationship between these two people and what happens. So the principal agent relationship um, is that the principal always delegates authority to the agent to perform on their behalf. Okay. And most often than not, information asymmetry happens. And this leads to the principal agent problem. I think the principal agent problem is also, if you be something about the principal agent problem. So in the digital space, that problem has also migrated here in the sense that you, as the principal, you have an AI platform that you automate to do an activity for you. The AI platform you are automating, you indirectly are instructing an agent that is the firm or the company that is in charge of that AI platform to do that activity for you. Either it's managing your data, providing service, or making some form of decision. Currently, your client service portal for your how do you call it? Um, your platform, whether it's that of your company or your own business platform, you can automate it. Whereby when clients come, they are looking for products, the AI can tell them the product that is available. That the AI will be chatting with them. At times, it can even be a voice call, but it's to a robot, and it will talk to you and do everything. So in this case, you have delegated that power to that agent, which is the AI, and which is backed by a tech company or to do work or an activity for you. But the problem that arises is that one, there is lack of accountability, and two, at times there is bias, and three, two, at times there is misuse of data. For instance, if I pick my ChatGPT account, I have used it over the period, I think from inception when they launched it not long ago, I started using it, and I've used it for a whole lot of things. To the extent that now, if I give a certain prompt or command, depending on how it's phrased, at times it thinks that it is me, like me myself, and it will try to personalize it by even writing my full name when I have not even instructed it to add my name and other things. So that is misuse of data because it has all my data, credentials, and everything, and also has a lot of history as to some of the prompts I've given. It does fall on that data to give a certain decision or a certain outcome. So this can also happen when you automate an AI to work for you as a client service or as a customer representative. The AI at times can be biased. At times, it can misuse your data based on its access to other confidential information. And there might also be lack of accountability because as the system is engaging people backdoor, even when you are asleep or when office hours are closed, when you come back, you might only get a feed as structured report that will be displayed to you. But the various engagement and the totality of whatever transpired within that box might not be available to you. That causes or creates this form of issue as well. So in this modern world, everybody is trying to move to automation. Everybody is trying to move to automation, and there are a whole lot of things that you can automate. Even your Excel, the Excel that you use at the workplace, if you do a certain work or activity that is somehow routine, you can automate it. You can automate it, and you can get AI infused into your Excel, and it will collect data, do every analysis, generate reports, even offline for you. And that is how far things are going. You can all design it in such a way that if you have to collaborate with other partners or other units or departments, these agents, we call them agents, okay, can do it for you. So you realize that most of the LLMs that are available, they have other functions they call agents. So the agents are more like the robots or the algorithm that is designed to perform certain task or activity for you. And that is what we call, yeah, Rahel, you want to ask a question?
I think her microphone came on.
Okay, okay, all right. So and
The,
that is
the,
what, yes.
so is the chat box to an automated agent?
Yeah, chatbots, yes, an automated agent. Most of them, currently, most of them, I can say about 90% of them are automated.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Sir,
web application.
sir,
Yes,
sorry. So
Francis.
can we classify Siri 2 as an automated agent?
Yeah, Siri is an agent.
Okay.
And at times it will even spy on your conversation, like Ella, Siri, Ella, and things. At times they can even spy on your conversation. At times when you are even talking to somebody you've not this thing and just jump into it and be talking like that. So all those are agents. They are classified as agents. Yes. Okay, so let's look at the framework application and the framework in trying to get a very good system is to do audits of your system. Okay, you have to diagnose, you do an audit of your system. If it's your platform, if it's your chatbots, whatever it is, you do an audit. Okay, you try to analyze, find root causes of accountability failures and build an accountability charter. Then you go to negotiation, stakeholder role play. This framework is very good for people who have their platform and you really want to use that platform to really engage your customers or your clientele. okay, you need to get feedback from them as to how they even see your platform. Um, what are their inputs, their comments? What are the issues they have with the platform? Are they satisfied with A? Are they satisfied with B? Are they satisfied with C? So you look at the transparency, accountability, ease of use, different metrics, and try to know their feed. Then, based on that, you do final reflection to know what accountability might look like for when it comes to you and your clientele. Okay, so um, good. I just want you to visit. I hope everybody is on Google. You either have Gmail or you have an account, something. Okay. Uh, so I want you to visit my activity.google.com for those who are Google inclinated. The network is slow because I think of the rain. Who is there?
I'm there, sir.
Yeah, Ken.
So please, I'm still on it. My network was
That's on
messing
it.
up. Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. So everybody should try their hands and see something.
When
Hello,
I
God.
my activity.google.com,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the first thing I had was AI overview. To wipe your entire history, visit your Google My Activity page and then click the delete button above your activity list.
Okay, so I just want you to go to the my activity page. Okay, not the feed from the Google on the search engine landing page, but go
Okay,
to the my activity page.
okay. They want me to log in. So hey, sign in. I'm signing in.
Okay, it means
Me,
you have not
my
signed
is
into.
my is showing me things I downloaded yesterday and the websites that I went to the whole of yesterday.
Okay, but do you see now? Okay, so we'll come to the question. So that is what you're seeing. The website you downloaded yesterday and things you
Yes,
downloaded. What else?
yes. Uh, let's see.
Yeah, who else? Hey, people are using the
It's keeping
internet, but they are not online.
it's keeping track of WhatsApp too or some
Mm-hmm.
more.
I say more. Okay. Who else? Anything that you
Yeah,
see, I
because
just want to know everything.
I use Samsung calculator. It's keeping track of it. Hey,
Yes, so it's showing us what we've used the internet. what I've used my browser
Okay.
for some time.
Okay. Okay. That's fantastic.
I'm seeing some
Uh,
videos at YouTube, ChatGTP,
mhm.
and all that.
Yes, I see
Well,
TikTok video too here.
it also has some controls. I don't know if someone is seeing it.
Yeah, on the left side, there are controls there.
You can delete activity controls on this.
Delete by
It,
activity.
it
Okay.
tells you it tells you what it is tracking as well. Your web and
Yes.
app activity, your timeline, your play history, your this history, a whole lot of things. So it's really telling you what it is tracking. And most people are being surveyed 24/7 in so many areas that they are not aware of. And that is how come it's easy. If you don't catch you, arrest you. Very simple and easy to know where you are, what you did, and all those kind of things. So this tells you about the capital surveillance or surveillance. Yes, capital surveillance. Whereby everything you are doing is seen and observed by the big brother. Okay, it sees everything you are doing. Even on WhatsApp, it can tell you the number of pages you visited the WhatsApp page. Um, it can tell you that. And those who have their phones synchronized or their account synchronized. So you have a Gmail on your office machine, you have a Gmail on your phone, you have a Gmail on your laptop, and you are using the same account and you've set it to synchronize. What it does is that it monitors all these three together and give a feed that you can see. So if you have two phones and one other phone is being used, any activity that happens on the other phone, you can see it at the My Activity anytime you visit there. For instance, if you gave your phone to your kid or your laptop to your kid to use, you tell them, don't go to this page, don't do this, don't do that. And you've synchronized it. Whatever they do with that phone or whatever page they visit on that laptop, if you go to My Activity, you can observe and see it from there. So these are some of the framework. Okay, that's the principal agent and information asymmetry that we are talking about. And mind you, these are the ones they have allowed us to see that we can know. So imagine the ones that we don't know, that is hidden. That tells you of transparency
Clemens,
and
please kindly mute yourself.
okay, that tells us about the transparency and accountability gap. This also makes us know data that is being collected about us. So you can know all the data that are being collected about you. And 24/7. Anytime you step on the digital world, data is being collected about you. So capital surveillance is real. However, you can have the right to control or block some of this surveillance that is done on you. So we look at the 4A framework, and the 4A framework has to do with awareness, access, answerability, and enforcement. Awareness, access, answerability, enforcement. Um, do people know they are being assessed? I can tell you, are people even aware that they are being assessed? Most people might not know. Access, how can they see how decisions are made about them or what is being assessed on them? Answerability, is there a forum to question the outcome? And enforcement, are there remedies or consequence? So if you are developing um, you are a platform or you are trying to get a certain medium to engage with your clients on the social media, you have to look at all these things. Or if you want to be hosted on another available platform like the TikTok, Facebook, and stuff, you should be concerned about these four framework because say that transparency without enforcement is a threat. It's a threat, not a theater. It's a threat, and accountability without access is impossible. All right. So what I just explained, this is just the grid, the 2 by 2 uh, grid that talks about the awareness and access and answerability and enforcement. Okay. You can also do a personal transparency audit. You can do a personal transparency audit, and number one has to do with you picking a digital tool you've used before, TikTok, Google Map, WhatsApp, your banking app, anything, and evaluate it using the 4A. That's the awareness. Did you know what data is being collected about you? I think when it comes to the banking app, I believe almost uh, all these observations might be no, 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 no. Okay. And can you see or even control your data settings? I think it's no. Can you question or appeal content decision? Well, that one can be yes, but as to whether they will hear is another matter. What records exist if your data is misused? That too, I'm not sure. So this quick four framework actually will let you know if the platform you are using is transparent or is opaque. And you can apply this on almost every digital platform or page that you find yourself. That's the awareness, access, answerability, and enforcement. Stakeholders and power dynamics. These are key stakeholders when it comes to the digital world. That's the government. Okay. The government is a very, very, very big key stakeholder. And I think that's how Sam George is trying to do a whole lot of things to sanitize the system. But just that it's also going way overboard sometimes because if you want people not to use crack version and only premium services, developing well, many people can do that. Even some agencies, official agencies, use crack versions, and I've seen that before. And how many people can also register their data before they develop apps and stuff? Well, okay. So corporations also at times, most of the time, prioritize profits. Okay, they prioritize profit, what they will gain um, over how transparent and accountable they have to be to their people. So there are other civil societies like NGOs and others who are also interested in all these. And we have the OECD AI Transparency Guideline. This, I'll entreat everybody to go and look for it and read it. The OECD AI Transparency Guideline. The power imbalance, we've made mention of the big techs who have control and monopoly, like Google. Let's take Google. They are everywhere. Everywhere, they are everywhere. They are everywhere and they are doing a whole lot of things. And all we know is Google. But the truth is that they have there are other companies that belongs to them, more than 100 of them that you might not know. What these big techs does is that if you are a startup and you are starting and they see that what you are doing is very innovative and it has prospect, they just come and purchase it. They'll buy you out. So they buy, inject money, they buy it, it belongs to them, but it's still run under its original name and trademark, but they control the company. And that is what most of them are doing. So this creates a power imbalance in the system. The intersection lens is that at times it affects the marginalized people, okay? And like, for instance, there was a case, was it LinkedIn? One of these, no, Amazon. Yes, Amazon. When it came to recruitment, that it was biased towards women. It was biased towards women and also towards blacks. So that is some of the things that happen. Now, the stakeholder accountability map shows the interest that's from low to high on the x-axis, and the influence also from low to high on the y-axis. So the government, okay, the government regulates or can enforce, but may not always be proactive. The government can enforce, but may not always be proactive. Yet they have the high influence, but the issue is that they have low interest. So we talk about all these things that we've been talking about on the social media and clamping it down, and even how, look at the design for the dump. The government have high influence over this thing, but the interest or the will is not there. And the platform executives who have the high interest and they also have influence. Um, the general public, we have low influence, low interest. That's taking the whole population into consideration. And active users always have low influence and high interest. They have low influence because they are part of the general public and they have a very high interest. But yes, so irrespective of how high their interest is, their capacity to influence how things are done and run is very uh, limited. Okay. Good. So a platform lists 1 million user records. Who should be accountable? Who do you think should be accountable? A platform lists 1 million user records. Is it a CEO? Is it a data protection officer? Is it a government regulator or the third party vendor? Okay, our time is up, so I'll leave this for you, but this is also a very good question. You can look at it sometime. Good. So, one key thing is that most of the time, if you want to do this form of analysis, okay, you do what we call the root cause mapping. And the root cause mapping, you use the 4-layer lenses. That's the technical, organizational, legal, and social political. Okay. You identify key recommendation to prevent reoccurrence. That's after these things have been done, after this leak has happened, what do you need to do? Okay, so you have to do to prevent its reoccurrence. Then know that accountability is not just about the blame, but it's about who has the power to prevent it and the duty to respond. So it's not who is to be blamed, but who has the power to prevent it and the duty to respond. Most of the time, it will go to the CEO when you are in the outside world. That's when we think that systems has not been put in place, policies are not in place, checks and balances are not in place, and that is what will happen. Or is it that the platform, the data protection officer then did not do his work well, or government regulators were not doing their work well, or possibly the third party vendor had some kind of vulnerability platforms that led to that account that leaks. So the issue has to dig down and know that who really practically had the capacity to block it or to allow it. That is the person that needs to be blamed. So strategy of enhancing transparency and accountability. We have the technical, you have the institutional, like having whistleblowers, having forums and stuff, user-centric solution, having digital literacy program. Like these are some of the things that LCCA are supposed to do, educating the general public on everything that concerns Ghana. Okay, not only on the constitution and on voting, but even on how platforms should be used. Because nowadays, the market, they are even using the TikTok more than the working class. They are always on the social media and doing a whole lot of things. Digital literacy program. How are we trying to train them, to empower them, and even to ensure that they take good care of their data and their personal information? So all these are very important. Okay. Now, we do this activity. I think after this activity, let's see. I want you to install Lightbeam. Well, are you by your computers or your phone? Let me ask that question first.
I'm using my phone, sir.
I want someone who is on the computer. This will let you know how information moves behind you. For all the things that we've done, all the things that we've studied, trying to know how they trade your data. There are other third parties who also monitor and try to check how systems trade people's data. Um, uh, is there anyone on the laptop? So those
Yes,
on
sir.
so those on Google, if you're on Google, install Ghostry. Ghostry. If you're on Google, install Ghostry. And when you are ready, I will unshare my page, then you share yours. If you are using Google or Chrome users install Ghostry. I think even with phone, you can still use it. With phone, you can still install. If you are using Firefox, install Lightbeam. So Firefox, Lightbeam, Google, Ghostry. Okay, so as you do this activity,
So, those of us using iPhone, should we do it from our app store?
Uh, iPhone, I think iPhone, you have Safari, right? Or okay, iPhone, use black light. This is what I want you to do. Uh, Firefox people use light beam.
Yes.
Ghost, Google users use ghost tree. iPhone users go to black light. In fact, everybody can go to black light, but I want only iPhone users to go to black light.
Yeah, please, black light on Safari or
Okay, yeah, black light on Safari. Black light on Safari. But everybody can do black light. But for this exercise, I want only Safari users to do the black light. Um, and just give me 5 minutes. When you are ready, I'll just let you know when we have to do it. In the next 5 minutes, we do the presentation, and in about the next 10 minutes, we'll bring the class to an end. Firefox, who is ready to share your screen with us?
Yes, Doc.
Okay, Elias, let's see.
Okay.
So you use Lightbeam.
Yes, Doc.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, you are lucky. You don't have much. Um, I guess you are not a very active user of on the web. So, okay, this change the settings for the since you are using today, 6th
Okay.
June. Your date is 6th June.
Yes,
So
yes.
6th June, you visited 3 websites. You have 9 third parties that you are not aware. So go to the date and see if you can change the setting.
Here, settings.
Okay, this is the general.
Hello, sir.
Okay, click. Did it come? Click on the 3rd June, the dates, the record since. Let me see. Is it
Hello,
responding?
Prof.
No, no,
Yeah, Tony.
The
no.
third party, is it that they are monitoring his activities or what?
So the third parties are the other websites that have access to the main website you've gone to.
To the
And
Oh, okay.
they have access to whatever you do there.
triangles.
Yes, those are the
Wow.
triangles. So I think Elias is getting a better listen of it. Who else have other person on Light Beam? Um, who else did Light Beam? Okay, Light Beam, no one. Hey, there is all of you on Apple. Okay, Ghostry, Ghostry. Okay, please, who would like to share? All of you are not able to do it. I'm not getting the feedback.
So please, is it the black lights or the, I heard the saying ghost tree.
Yeah, Ghostry.
Okay.
The Firefox people, I'm not hearing from them. I think apart from Elias, no one is speaking. So if you are ready, you can show yours, okay, from Ghostry. Who is ready?
Hey,
Yes, madam.
please, did you say we should download it?
Yes, you download and
I'm
you
confused.
install.
Okay, I'm not
Oh,
able to. They said my application requires iOS 18.7. So
oh,
I think I've
okay.
not updated my phone. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sir,
Okay.
so
Sorry
please,
for that.
sir, so if I understand you so well, you want me to, the Apple users want me to download the app on our phone.
The line is breaking. Ken.
Sir, please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Please, I was asking the Apple users, do you want me to download the black light app on our phone?
For the Apple users, I think you go to the website, the backlight. You go to the website and you enter any URL.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I have something on Ghost Trip, but I don't know whether I'm on the right path. I want to share.
Okay, please share.
I don't know whether I'm on the right path. Let me see.
Please share.
See, I have something like this. I don't know whether I'm on the right path.
Let me see. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, too.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And this is on your page, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. 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 All right. So I don't know when this thing started. Like the date it starts to populate this for you. Most of the time the dates are there. But you have 1,695 adverts targeted at you. And sites that are doing analytics on you, the activities that they've done, that's the frequency is 726. So it gives the category as to the third party, but this one does the classification of the various third party. Okay, for the advertising, on the drop down arrow, let's see. Good. So it tells you the various adverts or where they came from and how it tried to block it. So for Ghostry, Ghostry is able to block some of the ads, unwanted adverts that comes. Okay. Go to who tracks. Let's see on the left. On the left window. No, your left window. Left. Far left. Yes. Go to who tracks me. Okay. So you have 26 sites that have tracked you. Um, okay. Okay, good. Now, what Ghostry will also do, okay? those who have Ghostery, what it will do is that if you give it the go ahead, every website that you visit, the Ghostery will come pop up like where you have this your image at the top right corner. By the star, Ghostery will come and lie down somewhere over there. Let me show you how it works. Where's my this thing? Oh, okay. So that's where you have the good, good. Where you brought the cursor, where you have your picture. Good. That thing. Just before that, around that side, Ghostery, Ghostery will come and lie down there. Any website that you go, when you click on Ghostery, it will tell you the apps that are spying on you on that website. It will tell you the apps that are spying on you on that website. It will tell you those that has been blocked. And okay. And all those analytics from Ghostery will pop up over there. Okay. Thank you very much. Anyone from um, Black Light? Black Light? Anyone? Anyone from Black Light? iPhone users? Oh, guys, you couldn't do this
So,
practicals.
so
Yes,
when I
sir.
typed when I typed the black light, it took me somewhere, and honestly, I don't even know if I'm on the right path. It was rather searching for black light, and I honestly don't know. I don't know. So I was asking Rachel behind stage, and I think what I saw it was also what she also got on her phone. But I don't know if I
Okay.
can share my screen for you to have a look. Say,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yes, please.
Okay. So let's see. Any last person, anyone who, um, let me say, was able to do this exercise from those who showed this. Anyone?
I opened the ghost tree.
Okay. Okay. So let's see what you got.
Yes, I mean,
Ivan.
So I'm doing a scan on black lights. When the results pop up, I'll share. Um, uh, some of the popular in Ghana. Um, okay. Uh, okay. Who is okay? Was it Rahel or Claire? Someone said she had the. All right. In that absence, let me run it up. Um, let's go back to the slides and run it up. let me share my slide. Okay. So if we do it well, and if you are an active user of a page or the browser, um, for instance, this one that I did, okay, was on my extension. I'm an active user of the internet. Um, I just tried to pick something from 2018, and this is what popped up. So you can see that there is um, this site, okay, the yellow one, is being spied on by all these network, including other networks found here. And this app over that spies on this is also being spied on by other parties as well. So it tells you that the when it comes to the capital surveillance, um, most platforms will trade your data with other third parties. And some of those third parties would also trade your data with another external agent. And it moves on and on. So I've been able to do that of, how do you call it? The black lights. That'll be my last presentation. So let me take screens, documents, advance. Okay, let me pick entire screen. Let me share my entire screen so that wherever I go, you can see. So the black lights, what you do is that as mentioned on the in the slide, you go to the markup.org. The markup is actually the company, and they have different subsidiaries. So it's the markup.org/blacklight. That was what is written on the slide. And when you go there, you only enter any website that you want blacklight to scan. So here I entered yen.com.gh, although I have not visited yen, and I don't want to open their site because the moment I open their site, yen, they are like Temu. They will begin to be sent to send me a lot of news and stories, and at times some of them are very nasty. So I decided not to open their. So I decided not to open the site at all, but I copied the link here and click on scan. Now, this is the report. This website, yen.com, has 27 trackers found on the website. So, these are trackers that have been installed, whether deliberate or on the website, to track every activity and every person that comes there. And aside that, it has 83 third-party cookies. It has 83 third-party cookies. So the cookies are also more of a script that has been um, written to, stay on the website. And every script has its mandate, what it's supposed to do, what it's supposed to do. So basically, that's what I got from Yen. So when you go to the markup.org/blacklight, it will always bring you to this site, and you'll be able to check any this in website that you want to check, and the kind of apps that are tracking you, the third parties and all those things. You get them from there. So we'll bring the class to a close on this page. And I just entreat that you find time and try your hands on it. That of the Ghost Tree and that of the Limelight. I like the Limelight because it's able to give the map and the interconnection between the host or the main platform, the subsidiaries, and the other third or fourth parties that are all trying to feed on your data or on your information. And that's how come you visit one site and you go somewhere and you find yourself that certain adverts will be chasing you or certain information or things will be suggested to you. Okay, so at this point, if anyone has any question, you can please ask. We bring the class to a close at this point. Okay, if there are no questions, then we call it a day. Of course, the first session, is it next week?
Yes, please.
Okay, so next week is face to face.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Okay. Okay. All right. So thank you all for coming and have a lovely weekend.
Thank you, too, sir. Okay,
Thank
bye.
you too, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.